What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. I am David Rogers, so that way I can show up on ChatGPT. Here with my off-site co-host today, Mr. Cale Maben. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just been working around the house today and helping my buddy put up his new above-ground pool.
Nice.
That's fun.
It's time to get in it down here, that's for sure. I just looked, and it's supposed to be 95 degrees Saturday.
Man, I would love that.
I'm not.
it was 43 this morning when I got up.
Look, I'm okay with that. With that.
No.
That is perfectly fine with me. Sorry if I'm drinking water a lot. I've had a cough started a little yesterday, and I have coughed all day today. Sinus is going full, but no, I'd be perfectly fine with 43 personally. I don't know. It's we're supposed to race Saturday, and it's supposed to be 95, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it.
I think it was like 75 today.
Yeah, it was 85, I think, here.
But it was beautiful. I mean, just wish it was warmer.
75 is great. 75 is perfect, Kale. Come on now. I can't believe somebody that's from Texas isn't enjoying some 75-degree weather.
I like the heat.
I figured you'd be tired of heat.
No, I love it.
So what you been up to, man?
Well, just been racing a little bit, and I'm a school bus driver, so I'm off for the summer. So I've just been doing a lot of work around the land and racing some. So, and this weekend I'm going to Eldora. Starting Wednesday, I'm going to Eldora. Be back Sunday. Sweet. And then we'll be home for a week. And then after that week's up, we're going to. My wife and I are going two different directions for our daughters. She's going to Jackson, Tennessee. I'm going to Mansfield, Ohio, for pageants for our girls, and then I will meet up with her Thursday in Jackson, Tennessee after my daughter's pageant is over.
Wow.
So, kind of busy June.
Sounds like it. Let's see. Nothing. No, I got plenty to do, just not going anywhere.
You got a birthday coming up in a few days.
I got a few days, yep. Let's see, how old will I be? 39.
39.
On June 13th. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. About 40,
Yeah.
Then you got one coming up, so.
Yeah.
About a month later.
Yeah, exactly a month later.
Oh, fun. You just spoke of Mansfield, and I know we'll get into this here in just a little while, a little later in the show with Racing Jason with the dirt. But some news came out of there. Found out Matt Tifft has bought Mansfield Speedway, over there as he's calling it now. And here he's planning on, running it as a dirt track there for few years at least, and he says see how that goes, and depending on how that goes, may asphalt it, not sure yet. So I say that's pretty exciting, I guess. Some more racing back in it's always exciting when racetracks are opening back up, because like around here we just had one close last week. New River All-American Speedway decided they want to shut the doors, so
I saw that.
Yeah, that's no good. So it's exciting when we get tracks opening back up.
Yeah, and another track in Ohio. So
yeah,
we had two shut down this year in Ohio.
Really?
Portsmouth and Brush Creek is shut down right now, but I think it's opening back up. But as of right now, it's shut down.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Brush Creek shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Stephen Parton and them sold it, and then the owners that bought it sold it again, and that guy, because they took our race that we were supposed to race there July 3rd, they took it off the schedule because he's not going to open it up.
Oh wow. You getting some hellos here on the Facebook chat there, Kel?
That's from your dad?
Well, him, and then on the YouTube, Jason said there's going to be a party up towards your way in the pool that you just put up. But, Jason, we ain't partying in that pool. They said it was 43 degrees last night, or 47, whatever you said it was, cold.
Yeah. My pool is going, and I just turned the heater on today because it was going to be warm. I wasn't turning on the heater because it keeps getting cool at night, so I turned it on today, so it should be ready by tomorrow.
My youngest, Jackson, he has, I think he started getting in the pool down here. It was 1st of May, probably, and we haven't been able to keep him out yet. And
wow.
The water was not even warm, but that boy is a fish. Like, he would just stay in the pool if you let him.
There's actually, we have some people over here right now for dinner tonight, and 2 of the kids are in the pool right now, and it's not even warm yet.
I done took you away from your dinner party. I apologize, Kel.
No.
Fun. Well, good deal. Let's see. A few things to bring up, then we'll get into some racing talk here. Well, although it's racing talk, but we'll get into our racing talk here in just a minute. I wanted to go ahead and throw this out there. We put it up we put it up a couple weeks ago, and I guess first of last week, really. And I kind of had already started doing it, but we went live with the Chicken Bone Alley Fan Awards. And the Fan Awards are awards, it may be kind of sound backwards. I don't know. We may have to rename. I don't know. You tell me. But it's awards from the fans to regular, to drivers and we're going to pick, and what I put up was, I put up a Cash App and a Venmo link. Anybody can give anything they want. I don't care if it's $1, whatever they want to give. And we're going to try to do, I may not give it all out that week, but that way we can keep some fun going with it. That way if one week's slower than the next. But like this past week, we were able to, the one, we didn't get many suggestions on racetrack or class, but the one we got was Dillon Motor Speedway in the Legends class. And so we gave a $50 Hard Charger award in that class. Week before was Fast Time and Challenger or Chargers at Florence Motor Speedway, and little Ricky Locklear won it. This week, Ryan Carlson won the Hard Charger award over at Dillon in the Legends. So we're going to try to keep that going. It's been kind of cool because it's something else in the race that, and I don't necessarily want to do it in, say, like I don't know. Obviously, if late models are at a track, they're already the big class. They're already the ones taking home the bigger money. I would like to keep it in the support classes, per se. Just so, I don't care if we're going to set the criteria different every week. It may be last car on the lead lap gets a $50 bonus, because everybody has a tough night. Hey, fortunately this week you got some gas money. Something like that. And I just want to keep that going. Everybody has seemed to really like it. We got a good bit of support with it last week. And we didn't really explain it other than just on a Facebook post. So I'm going to come on here and explain it a little bit. And, I feel like it's a good way. I don't want to nickel and dime fans to death, but just look at our face. I mean, just say our Facebook page. We got almost 8,000 followers just on that page. If we can get $1 from a few of them, eventually we might can move up from $50 to $100. Each week to some random driver out there and stuff like that. So I like it. Everybody at track seems to like it. We got other drivers giving into it. I'll tell you this. Little Ricky Locklear, he won the $50 fan award the first week there at Florence Motor Speedway. I put up the post, saying we were going live with it. What's the first thing he does? He gives back the $50 to go to the next week. So that was pretty cool. Then we got other drivers at the track that have given to it, and it's just it's good for everybody, and it's all gonna come around to maybe them sometime. But we've had fans involved too. I mean, I don't want to just say just drivers, because there's been quite a few fans involved too, and spectators that just go to the track and watch and throw in $10. Like I said, I don't want nickel and dime fans to death, but when they know it's going straight to a driver, they're more apt to do it. And in my opinion, just like the other night, I had a bunch of those legend guys talking. How many spots you go? They come to me before the race. How many spots you think I'm gonna have to make up to be hard charger? I'm like, I don't know. I have to see. And that was kind of something they were excited about. So when the drivers are excited about something in a race, it's going to help the fans out, because in my opinion, it's going to eventually make better racing.
They're going to race harder to try to get something a little extra.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
is this? I really didn't hear how you are going to pick the track and the class. How are you going to determine that before that weekend? I
would like when we get a donation, or you don't even have to donate. When I'm going to put up a post.
Oh, the donator gets to pick.
Yeah, well, just they give a suggestion.
A suggestion.
Right.
Suggestion, yeah.
And
okay.
I thought about putting up maybe a poll once we got quite a few, different tracks and suggestions. Because I don't want to do just same tracks around here, and I'm not limited to asphalt or dirt. Either one is anywhere. I don't care if it's a road course somewhere, if you know somebody racing at it. So
it can be a track that we race on, one of our series tracks.
Yeah, it can be one of y'all's. It can be anywhere. I don't care where it is. It can be anywhere. Everybody anymore's got Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. So we're going. It may take a minute to get in touch with them, and not sound like somebody from Nigeria trying to give them money.
Yeah.
But we know enough people that we can. Poke around and get somebody in touch with them and say, hey, you won the fan award this week, so we need to get you some money. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, it can be anywhere. Like I said, when you donate, or like I said, don't even have to be donating. When we put up the post, put a suggestion for the track and for the class, and if you even want to make a suggestion for the criteria, because like I said, it can be fastest lap of the race. It can be farthest traveled if it's, some bigger race that, people are coming from way out of town or something. It can be, like we did this past week, a hard charge. It can be a fast time, or it can be a tough luck award, somebody that was running up front and fell out or something, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try to get, there's a few of us from our series going to Beaver Dam in July.
Yeah.
For that 10,000 to win dirt legend car race.
Yeah.
We're going to go up there. Maybe I can get some people to put something together for that up there that weekend.
Sweet. So, like I said, but every week I'm going to post up I'll post up the Cash App and Venmo on the Facebook page. I probably need to do it on all the rest of the pages too, but especially Facebook. Everybody, we get more following on Facebook than anywhere, but we'll post it up everywhere and, get some people looking, get some eyes on it. And, the more we can grow it, the better it is just for the racers. I promise you, Kel can tell you, every dollar that's going to come into it is going to go back to the racers. I promise. Like I said, there was actually more than $50 that came in this past week. I'm just trying to make sure we got money set aside already for the next week. So we're going to kind of keep a little fun there. Like I said, right now we're kind of at the $50 level. But I'd love to move it up to the $100, $150 level at some point, or even more.
Yeah.
Get enough people giving on it. Unfortunately, I'm just not made of money and can't just give it out of my own pocket every week. But, I don't know. I think it could be fun. What you think?
I like the idea. That's going to be fun, just to kind of see, you know, different maybe areas of the country, maybe different styles of cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that'll be neat, and different types of tracks. You know, dirt, asphalt. I mean, that's gonna be cool.
That's right. So everybody be looking for that, and check out our Facebook page. I'll put it up on the rest of them too, but for sure our Facebook page. We'll share the link just for, like I said, the Cash App and Venmo. If you want PayPal or something, just send us a message or whatever. If you know you're interested in, and like I said, I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $10, $20, whatever you got extra you can throw in the pot. I promise you, it's appreciated. So it'll be fun. It'll be something these racers, you know, give them. Because I'm gonna tell you, there are days you go to the track, and Kel can tell you this. There are days you go and it's like, man, I think I can win this race. But then there's days you go to track and it's like, boy, I'm hoping to be in the top 10 today.
Yeah.
And, you know, with something like that, maybe we can give those guys in the middle of the pack, you know, something a little extra incentive to kind of race for. So
yeah,
that's what I like doing. And like I said, it can be any class. I'd prefer, and I'm not dogging these guys by no means, but I don't necessarily want to say, hey, let's do late model stocks, because you know, yeah, those guys spend a lot of money to get to track and stuff too, but normally anybody driving a late model stock is pretty fully funded and, you know, stuff like that. I want this to be the street stock, the legends, the chargers, the modifieds, the, you know, Crown Vics, the, you know, even the crates, you know, like 602 late models, something like that. Yeah, Matt said trucks this week. LOL. Nah, that's fine. I'm good with trucks. Trucks, limited late models. I don't want to necessarily do the premier class necessarily, just because those are the ones getting the premier money each week. So yeah, I'm open to any class, anywhere, pretty much. So, you know, we can do the what they call them, the Hornets at some class or some tracks, or the bangers, or
yeah,
whatever they call all that stuff. I don't know.
That's a good idea though. I like it.
I think we can have fun and give somebody a little extra to kind of shoot for some weekends.
Right.
So everybody be thinking of this listening. And when I put up the post, be sure to put your suggestion for track class at least. And if you want to put up a suggestion for criteria too, as far as, you know, if it be hard charger, fast time, fastest lap of the race, tough luck, anything you can think of, put a suggestion down. We appreciate it. So, Cale, tell us a little bit about your racing that's been going on, man. You been y'all fired up this season after y'all got away from some rain early in the season?
Yeah, we had a triple header Memorial Day weekend, and first night we went to Moeller Raceway Park in Williamsburg, Ohio, and qualified decent. The heat race I gained a few spots, so I started closer to the front in the feature, and I got pushed up into the wall from another car on the inside. He slid up on the inside and put me in the wall. And then the next night we went to Florence Speedway, the dirt track in Kentucky.
That's right.
And qualified middle of the pack, but then gained 2 or 3 spots in the heat race and the feature. I think I started 8th in the feature. I got up to 6th, and I broke a steering arm bolt. Those ones on the little, you know what I'm talking about, on your legend card. That was little. Broke one of those bolts, so the steering was all whacked up, and 2 cars got by me late in the race, and so I salvaged an 8th there. And then the next night we went to 35 Raceway Park in Frankfort, Ohio, and was running fairly good, and just got together with another car. Don't know whose fault it was, but just bent a steering arm, so I just pulled off just to save the car and not hit anybody else or anything. I just didn't want to tear my car up more than what it, I knew it was the steering arm, so I just saved the car. And so, but they are racing this week at Jackson Speedway in Jackson, Ohio, but I'll be at Eldora, so
there you go.
Maybe it'll get rained out and I won't miss a race.
So other than, having some tough luck in some races there, how's the car been running?
Car has been running great. It's fast. That's, the new one that we built. So, yeah. And it's pretty fast.
You liking it?
I love it.
I'm seeing a lot of these guys on there with that new dash and tack and all that stuff down this way, and I'm like,
I don't have that yet.
Boy, y'all are spending all this money.
Yeah. That's about the only thing that this car don't have.
And it stinks because, like the other night, one guy that didn't have it, all of a sudden he goes down in the corner. Good friend of mine, Rafe Judd, he went down the corner first lap, and so he let off the gas. Everything was good, and all of a sudden when he went to stand back in the gas, it golly. So
yeah,
something ECU or throttle body or pedal now.
Pedal, yeah.
That's what I said. He's done had a bout with pedals before, so who knows? Who knows? I still like the legend cars. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But I'm thinking they're about on the verge of being too electronic.
Yeah,
for racing purposes.
They are. You need to come up and watch us on dirt again.
I do. I might have to come up there and rent the other car from you. Is what I'm gonna have to do. And
just bring your seat.
I got one sitting right up here.
Yeah,
ready to bolt in.
Bring your seat and come on.
we might have to do that one weekend. We'll make.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We'll figure out a time to do that. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Well, cool, man. Well, I figure I'll go into my last couple of weekends here because I haven't. We were off last week for Memorial Day, but we decided to take the car finally over to Florence Motor Speedway on Memorial Day weekend there, and they actually had a double Charger race that night because the prior race to that, the Charger race, was the last race, and it got rained out. So they decided, because of the points they're running at Florence, to do a double for the Charger. So we raced first and last.
Oh, wow.
And it that was the first time we took the car over to Florence, and that was the first time we had I've had so many issues, and I've talked to you about it. We're on like our fourth motor, or 3.5, I think.
Wow.
We've taken a couple apart to put together one good one.
Dang.
But it's running really good, really, really good. So got that figured out, I think. And then on top of that, we had some rear end issues. We had changed ratchet springs and everything, and still just was not working properly. And finally went with a different brand of ratchet springs than what everybody has normally run around here anyway, and seemed to fix the problem. But being that we have worked so hard to try to, work on setup around all the issues we have, our setup was it was off. And so we qualified horrible. I was so tight. Just could not get on the gas out the corner. It was just shoving the nose about off the track. So we worked on a little bit, got in the first race, and I think I started like 13th that night. And short races being that I had double, it was like twin 20s, I think it was. Made it up to 10th the first race. Second race, I actually have made it up. We changed some more stuff on the car, and I made it up to 6th. But then we had swapped some tires around, and because I had abused it so much with it being so tight, we had moved it to the right rear, moved the right front to the right rear, just trying something, and for about 5 laps or so, it was fast. And all of a sudden, that tire just went away, and we got really loose and fell back to 9th. So made improvement every time I got on track. So
that's good.
Couldn't complain there. And I do want to go ahead and let me finish here. Let me go ahead and talk about Dillon. Then we're going to go back and talk about Florence and Dillon again. Went to Dillon this past week, and man, we got on track for practice, and car was probably the best it's been yet in practice, and running good times compared to everybody else. Track was actually slow for some reason, but compared to everybody else, we were running competitive times. So I was happy with the car. We run scuffs down here in the Charger and Challenger class, which I think is a great program most of the time. Well, unfortunately, we bolted on our race tires, which was our new set of scuffs from the track.
Yeah.
And when we did, the car just went to absolute crap. I mean, it was just sliding all over the track and everything. And I saw kind of where we were, and I was like, man, I hate to. And I talked to Chad about it and everything, Chad Webster. And I was like, dude, I hate to change everything on this car just knowing we're chasing a set of tires that are not going to ever really hook up.
Right.
And Matt said we were dirt tracking. Yeah, he was too. And yeah, I was too. And I felt like I was on a dirt track out there. I was going corner and turn right. So just bad luck on the tire draw, I think, for us. Still finished 5th. I mean, so it wasn't a horrible night, by no means. Our buddy Ethan Winkler, he won the race. Chad Webster working on that car too. So we're heading in the right direction, that's for sure. We just got to get some luck, I think, on some tire draws and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think, as far as I know, plan is go back to Florence Motor Speedway this weekend and give it a go again. Try it again and see what we can do. But real quick, I want to go back to Florence Motor Speedway and Dillon Motor Speedway. I want to talk about both of them. I know you've probably heard it on here, Kale. We have kind of harped on ways to get people to the track, ways to get fans in the stands, car counts up, everything. And basically our consensus was, I mean, to say the least, that stand prices need to be lower. And I think there's still some ways to save some of the racers some money. That hadn't come around yet. That's still a work. But I don't know. I don't have a clue. Nobody's told me whatsoever. And maybe it's just we are great minds think alike or something. Or just minds think alike. I don't know about great, but Florence Motor Speedway last week, Memorial Day weekend, decided they were going to do a $5 grandstand night, and children under 5 were free. Man, they had a great turnout. People in the seats, especially for a weekend that was Memorial Day weekend for one, people out of town, and there was a ton of graduations around here. Like every school was graduating here last week. So I think the turnout was great. $5 was amazing. Now, I'm not saying track needs to run on $5 every week by no means, because $5 that's pretty cheap. You're not going to find a ticket cheaper anywhere else. I'm still on the $10 program personally. I don't think a ticket to sit in stands needs to be anywhere above $10 for a regular race. So in saying that, Dillon Motor Speedway, their last race was actually supposed to be their what they call their $9.99 night, and it got rained out, and so they moved it to this weekend. And dude, there was, other than say the New Year's Bash, there was more people in the stands at Dillon Motor Speedway than I've seen in a long, long, long time. And
maybe your theory is working.
Maybe so. Maybe people have heard me harp on it enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, in saying that, the pits were absolutely full. You could not park another trailer in the pits at Dillon Motor Speedway this past week. So, good car count. Florence Motor Speedway, Chargers, we have 15 in the class over there Memorial Day weekend. That's great. That's 15 to 20 is a great night at any track, pretty much, for a standard Saturday night race. That is that is a good field. Like I said, Dillon was kind of the same way as past. I don't think we had quite as many Chargers, but I think there were still like 11 or something like that. I don't remember. So, I think that's the way to go. I think that's the direction you need to go, and I think it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way. One, I think you get more people in the stands. The track can afford to do more, and then when you do that, you get more cars in the pits. And also, when you get more cars in the pits, more people come to watch in the stands. So, I think that's a win-win.
You're going to sell. Generally, you're going to sell more concessions too. So.
Yes, big time.
Or do they have a? Yeah, okay. I didn't know if they had merch there at that track or
Dillon
anything.
don't, but Florence does. Or I don't think Dillon does. Dillon may have some. I don't know. But yeah, Florence does. Yeah, you're going to sell some merch. You're going to sell your concession stand. It's going to go way up.
Do they sell alcohol there?
At Florence, I believe they do. At Dillon, they do not. So I don't know. It's the way I see it. I'm. They probably won't like me for this, but I'm like, hey, Florence, try the $5 one more time on a night that's not a holiday or, graduation weekend. I think you will literally pack the stands if it's promoted correctly.
Yeah. Florence Speedway in Kentucky, the dirt track we race on, they have once or twice a year, they have this thing called Dollar Days. After you get in, everything at a concession stand's $1.
Oh, wow.
Except for alcohol.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, that's like the Savannah Bananas. Everybody needs to go learn from their deal. At their stadium, I think tickets are like $20. I don't think they even were that to start with, but now they're like $20 because they're the most popular baseball in America right now.
Yeah.
And now if you go to one of the big stadiums and see them, tickets are outrageous, but they don't really control those prices. But their stadium, it's a lot cheaper. But when you get in, food is free. With your admission, that pays for your concessions.
At the Savannah Bananas home field?
Yes.
Wow. I bet you that's a hard ticket to get.
It is very hard. It's almost impossible. People buy season, like most of everybody there is season ticket holders.
Yeah.
So
I think some of these racetracks might need to have like I know the Texas Rangers used to have this an all-you-can-eat section.
Yes. Yes.
Your ticket was $35, and it was all you could eat.
There.
Granted, it was hot dogs and stuff like that. It wasn't,
Our
some of the
Florence Flamingos out here, baseball team, they do that. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's before we go any farther, let's go to a word from some of our sponsors.
Are you ready to unleash the true potential of your ride? Tired of feeling held back? It's time to experience the ProFabrication difference. At ProFabrication, we don't just build headers and exhaust. We engineer performance. Crafted with precision from high-grade materials, our systems are designed for one thing: maximum power. Feel the instant increase in horsepower and torque. Hear the deep, aggressive rumble that turns heads.
Yes, sir.
Our expertly designed headers optimize exhaust flow, while our performance exhaust systems deliver that signature sound that you crave. But it's not just about power and sound. ProFabrication means durability you can trust.
When I heard he was going to be on,
Built to withstand the toughest conditions, our headers and exhaust are an investment in long-lasting performance. Whether you're hitting the track, conquering the trails, or just cruising the streets, ProFabrication gives you the edge. Experience smoother acceleration, improved field efficiency, and that unmistakable feeling of pure driving exhilaration. Don't settle for less. Upgrade to ProFabrication headers and exhaust today. ProFabrication headers and exhaust. Quality that wins.
Started aware. I was like, man, it's Dream Week. I can't wear the Bloomquist. It's Dream Week.
Tired of leaving performance
So you're going to Eldora.
table,
You suck.
Ready to dominate the track?
You and your Chris
For
Ferguson
decades,
hat.
Earl Ramey
You
Racing
suck,
Engines
bro.
has been the secret weapon of champions. We
What's
don't
been going
just
on with you,
build
man? You
engines,
all right?
we're craft precision,
Yeah, man.
engineered
Just
powerhouses designed
racing
for
a little
one
bit
thing,
and working around here.
victory.
Yeah.
From
Around the
meticulous
house.
machining
I get the
to
pool ready,
expert
man, already.
assembly, every Earl
My pool's
Ramey
ready.
engine
I was helping my
is
buddy
built
put
with
up his tonight.
uncompromising
I'm
quality
going
and
back over
passion
there
for
after this
speed.
is over.
We understand
But we're
the
gonna try to
demands
finish
of
it
racing, and we
tonight.
deliver the reliability and raw power
So you helping
you
somebody
need
else with
to
their
cross the
pool.
finish line
Okay.
first. Whether you're
Okay.
tearing up the asphalt
All right.
or conquering the dirt,
Good deal. Good
Earl
deal.
Ramey Racing Engines
How'd you
provides
do
the
at Florence
competitive edge
this
you've been
past
searching
weekend?
for. Don't just race,
Ended up
conquer.
8th. I was running
Contact Earl
6th
Ramey Racing
and
Engines
broke
today
a bolt
and
on
let
my
us
steering
build your
arm.
winning
And
machine.
broke a bolt on my steering arm, so I salvaged an 8th. It was hard to drive after that.
Yeah. You need that. Yeah, you need that. How'd you do this weekend, Dave? You say you finished 5th, Dave?
Well, that's what we said. We finished 5th out there this week. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got Racing Jason on the line here. So, yeah, I finished 5th. Okay. We weren't horrible. So
It sounded like the car count was getting a little bit better too, huh?
car count is getting better. I'm gonna throw that out to you real quick. We were just talking about right before you come on. Florence Motor Speedway down here tried a $5 grandstand night, and Dillon Motor Speedway this past weekend did a $9.99 night, and both of them had some good looking stands. They were a lot more full than they have been in a long time for a standard Saturday night, and car counts on top of that were up too. So I think there's something to it.
It should have come. It shouldn't come down to discount night to pack the stands. It should be packed every freaking week.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but maybe that's the reason they're not there those weeks is because of maybe some price. I don't know.
I guess everybody wants a bargain, huh?
Everybody wants a bargain. Everybody's looking for that Amazon deal. You know that.
I guess that's what it's come to now, bro.
That is.
Which is sad. It shouldn't have come down to that.
No, shouldn't. It shouldn't. But
I mean, I paid $50 at Cherokee back in March for March Madness for getting the pits. $50. Hello.
Shoot.
Yeah, they can charge you when they want to charge you. Idiots like me will pay it. So there you go.
Well, you're right. There is people like you that's gonna pay it. There's people like me that's gonna pay it. There's people like Kel that's gonna pay it. But our problem is we got to keep a casual fan going, and unfortunately, us hardcore fans are a little more of a dying breed, I guess you say. So,
are we, bro?
I think we are. Unfortunately, I think we're the last of the real McCoys there.
Oh my God, bro, that's sad.
It's very sad.
Man, I don't even want to think about this. Now you got me depressed. I was in a great mood, Dave. I was in a great mood. Thanks a lot, man. Davey Downer.
I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, so let's get you back in a good mood. So your thing is everybody should be there anyway. I got you. So let's get you back in a good mood. Me and Kale spoke about it for just a second earlier, but we'll get your opinion on it up there near Kale in the great state of Ohio. We'll call it that. In Mansfield, we got a track opening back up and going to be dirt, at least for a while.
You know, Dave, I did a Kevin Rumley to you the other week when we was on here. Remember I asked you about Matt Tift?
Mm-hmm.
I heard he was by Mansfield. I wasn't 100% sure.
I had already.
That's why out of the blue I said, "Hey man, it's Matt Tift. Do you remember that?" I said, "Do they own Gunk? Remember that?"
Do they? Is that where they get the money? That's why I asked Kale earlier.
Well, I have no idea. I asked you.
I don't know.
I just threw that name out there for a reason. You didn't get it.
No, I got it. I just let it roll.
Careful. I did a Kevin Rumley. I did a one of subliminal.
Oh, is that
messages.
what it was? Subliminal messaging.
Yes.
I got you. So, what's your thoughts?
Oh man, it's gonna be great, man. Hey, just bring back the Dirt Million.
I agree. We didn't talk about that. We didn't say bring that back. I don't know if it needs. I don't know if that needs to be at Mansfield, but I want to bring back the Million.
Well, since Mansfield is coming back, can you put it anywhere else besides Mansfield? Because that's what it's known for. Can we?
I think we can. I think we put it anywhere we want to. I think Cody.
Okay, it's like similar nationals at Houston. It just don't sound right. It just I don't know something about it. Just don't sound Silver Dollar Nationals at Houston. But don't get me wrong, the track's great. I watched Houston last night. Stacked field on a Sunday night, 38, 410s. Wow, hello. But Silver Dollar Nationals at Houston, it just don't sound right. It just.
All right, but this is what I'm going to ask you. And maybe Matt Tiff can go in there and turn that place and make it look amazing and make some awesome racing there and just have a great facility. The facility wasn't bad in the first place. I mean, wasn't a whole lot there, but I mean, just it wasn't bad. It was nice stands and everything, as long as you didn't get glass just rain down on you or whatever. Jason, did you go to the Dirt Million? Okay.
No, I had
Kale. Did you go?
20 people tell me about it.
Did you happen to go to the Dirt Million, Kale?
No, I didn't. You did though, didn't you?
I did go to the Dirt Million. All right. Me, Kayla, my wife, Kayla, Sterling, and his wife all went up to the Dirt Million, actually. You talk about getting fans in the seats. Well, I would think, a race called Dirt Million didn't necessarily pay $1 million, but it was pretty daggone close. And I'm trying to remember, because I went to the first one. Who won that? Was that Earl Pearson Jr.?
Earl Pearson Jr.,
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think he took
334,000, is that right?
That sounds about right. That's what I was thinking. I think total ended up being like 600 and some odd thousand that they raised, for the whole field, or whole purse or something like that. You would think, hearing those numbers, stands would be absolutely packed. They weren't. So what is it about that would not pack the stands either?
Two things. Being a NASCAR track, bunch of NASCAR fans probably up there. And the second reason, I was going to say, it's not really sprint car territory in Ohio. Ohio is really a fender, whether it's legend cars, whether it's late model, whether it's a street stock. Ohio is fender. Now, could it be a lot of sprint? I don't know. I don't know what the second reason could be. Don't know. But maybe because it was a NASCAR land up there. Oh, I ain't going to that. Hey, used to be a NASCAR track. They got nerve to put dirt on it. I ain't going to see that. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't either.
Because, NASCAR fans are a different breed anyway.
Yeah, but I think that's why NASCAR left out there, because didn't nobody go to that for a NASCAR race. Because they had nothing but dirt tracks over there.
Trucks put on a hell of a show there.
They did.
Were the stands packed for the truck shows?
I don't think they. It may look good, but there's not a ton of stands around there either. I mean, I don't know what the max capacity was, but it couldn't be over 5,000-6,000 when I was there at the Million anyway. They might have had more stands up around there before that. I don't know, but I mean, you could stand in the grass over there on the hill, and it looked all right. They built a VIP section when I was there. I remember it. It looked like somebody's back porch that they stuck on the back straightaway and called it a VIP section.
Oh my God.
It was funny.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think as a dirt track, it should, in my opinion, I think Ohio is dirt track country. There's not many asphalt tracks up there other than road courses.
Mid-Ohio.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
road courses.
Is that it? Mid-Ohio? Is that it?
Kills, there any other asphalt tracks you know of that way?
There is up north, not down here where we're at.
There might be something up towards Sandusky or something.
Yeah,
that
up
way.
there, Erie and all that.
Yeah. So, but for the most part, the majority of Ohio is dirt track country. I think if it's run properly, and I think any track, I don't care if it's asphalt, dirt, whatever, you run it properly, give the fans a good value for their dollar, figure out a way to create good racing, you can have a good track.
What I say before, Dave, when you ask Facebook, when you ask the world, what could be done and everything. If you got a good product and you know how to promote your product, your fans, you'll get butts in the seats.
Well,
you got to promote it.
That's the thing. You got to promote it. And I'm not disagreeing with you won't get people in the seats, but you got to come up with innovative ways to promote it too. You got to do something different than the next guy. Throw something crazy out there every once in a while. I know we've been on this kick for a month now, it seems like, talking about what to do. But
beat the humpy wheeler of dirt. Beat the humpy wheeler.
No, I agree with you. But regardless, I want to, and I'm coming at this from a good place this week, actually. I want to commend Florence Motor Speedway and Dillon Motor Speedway for trying something. And it seemingly worked. So maybe reevaluate.
It shouldn't have come none of that. It shouldn't have come.
I don't disagree with you.
It shouldn't have come out of that.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but man, unfortunately, we all know things in general aren't getting any cheaper. And so, yes, that affects racetracks too, but we got to get the people in the stands before they'll go to concession stand and then buy the stuff.
Well, it's like Kale said, okay, pay what average down here to go to a race is what, $20? Pay $20 to get in, but like Kale said, have $1 concession stands.
I'm good with that.
That'll get bust in the seat,
if there's something to promote, yeah. If you, like I said, if there's a value to your dollar, that's fine. Now I think tracks are probably going to operate completely opposite. Most of them are, if you're going to do something, they're going to say, hey, we're going to do a cheaper ticket, and then concession is going to be a little bit higher. But
yeah,
that's what is going to happen.
Well, have eight classes. Keep everybody there to buy hot dogs. No, don't do that. Don't do that, tracks. Don't do that. No hostage situations.
There was 9 of them. There was 9 classes scheduled for Dillon Motor Speedway this past week, and I was like, "Woo!" And they ended up no T&L cars, which are like just stock V8 cars. None of them showed up, and only one Bandolero showed up, so they put them with the mini cups. That didn't surprise me because all them boys are getting ready for the summer shootout in Charlotte. So,
Charlotte. Yeah.
So we ended up with still 7 classes and an intermission in there for a candy drop for all the kids, and there was a pile of kids there getting some candy. So It was a good night of racing.
You got to do that. Every track needs to do that.
I don't understand.
That should be mandatory.
Candy drop should be every week. I don't care. And on top of that, add something else in there. Candy drop should be every week, and then add a bicycle race from from turn 4 to the finish line. Something else the kids
Power
can
wheels.
Do. Power
Amen.
wheels. Yes.
Amen.
I'm all about. Hey, I don't know if y'all have seen it very much. You probably have, Jason. I don't know if it's up your way any, Kale, but that juice box class, the one that they're it's them little radio flyer power wheel things, and they're literally it is a class. Mm-hmm. They are running for points. This is a series, and all they do is go out on the front stretch, set up some cones, and they have a 5-lap race. And
yeah.
But
what are they racing?
It is look up when you get a chance, Kale. Look up. It's on Facebook. It's called Juice Box Series, and it is these. They look like go-karts, is what they look like, but they're radio flyer, electric, little like a power wheel.
Electric cars, like a power wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, they are putting They just go out there with some cones on the front straightaway, set it up, and dude, I'm gonna tell you, Lakeview over here, they got doggone 10, 15, 20 of them out there every week. And so when you get that happening, guess what also happens? Uncles, aunts, grandparents, they all coming in the stands to watch.
Yep.
So
I will say this. First time I saw him live, Dave, was at Fayetteville last year.
Yeah.
And man, Ross's son, Jordan.
Yes.
God, I'm getting old, bro. I remember I remember Jordan was in his doggone little cradle thing, and they're sitting in the trailer. Now he's this tall walking around like, oh my! I said, bro, quit growing.
I know.
Anyway, he got mad. I mean, he got upset. He came in like third, and he did not like coming in third. That kid's gonna be a winner. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, now they got different classes
Jordan,
of them even.
It's gonna be tough.
Oh yeah, but they got different classes of that little thing. They got different classes of them now because they got this one that's the normal ones are red, but then they got this more powerful version of it now that's black, and that's the older kids now getting the black ones. But there's somebody on Facebook now making body kits for them, and they're putting their own numbers and logos and all that stuff on them. So I'm like,
oh my gosh,
it's awesome. It is getting kids involved at the track, and
I know that.
It's awesome. They need it. It is. I think that's the way to.
That's killer.
That's going to get kids in those. That's going to get them to move up to, let's just say, bandoleros. Maybe that's going to get them to move up to legend cars. Put them in a 4-cylinder, something. Get them to the track. Get them racing somehow. So, I don't know. So anyway, Jason, other than that,
I did not get.
What's going on in the dirt world?
What shirt you got on, bro?
I got
what
that guy.
Oh, thanks for the support, Dave. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Dave. Wow,
not a problem.
Okay, well, you mentioned Mansfield. Okay, it's Dream Week.
It is Dream Week. My favorite dirt week.
Over under. Man, we saw Pierce's new wrap for. Oh, bruh, is that thing sharp or what?
It's nice.
Oh yeah,
it's nice.
Wrap of the year so far?
I'm not gonna say wrap of the year. Well, yeah, maybe so. It's at least the throwback of the year.
Yeah.
At least that.
Yeah.
So.
I tell you what, I'm a throwback guy. I love throwbacks. I thought Will Harrington, was it last year, had the best throwback? No.
Yes.
Pierce. Oh, man, Pierce.
That's a good one.
That thing is hot.
That's a good one. And
1995 throwback to Bob.
That's right. That is right. So, what's your
under eight special wraps for the Dream? What you think? Over under 8.
Oh, 8 over.
I'm gonna go over.
8.
I'm gonna go over.
Over.
I'm gonna go over.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't heard anybody else doing any. I don't know.
I think there's going to be some surprise ones. Everybody likes surprise nowadays. So,
but what'd you think of the that Twister late model race that Mars had this last weekend, Jason?
What, I've never really seen twin races like that, especially on dirt. That was unique. And Bert in the top 10, that was pretty unique. Did you like that?
I thought it was pretty cool. But what was really cool was the two people that won, how they had them nose to nose in Victor Lane, how they, they were nose to nose at that one race a long time. I forgot where they were at a long time ago when that happened. Tyler and Bobby.
Oh yeah, that was
Cedar Lake.
Cedar Lake. Cedar Lake. Yeah.
Cedar Lake. Yeah. Anytime any truck stop.
Are they are they on speaking terms nowadays?
Anyway.
And Bobby won the next night too, didn't he?
Yes, sir. What was it? 50,000, 75 laps? Was it 50? How much did that pay?
I don't remember that one.
Was it 25,000? No, it was more than that, wasn't
25. 75 laps, 25,000. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sound about right. But what
Pierce doing Pierce things. What can you do?
Pierce is doing Pierce things. How about Drake Troutman this past week? Bringing home $100,000 in the modified.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. Man, that thing was stacked too, man.
Oh yes.
I mean, stacked.
That was the best of the best there.
I tried watching, bro. Let me tell you, bro. When you get heat number 9, bro, isn't that like too much?
That's when you need a multiple day deal to break it down. By the last day, it needs to be down to, we got 4 heats or so to set the field, in my opinion.
Night 1, night 2, like Eldor. Night 1, night 2. The Dream has the best format all racing.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I'll witness that this weekend.
He keeps throwing that in our face.
Me no habla inglés, me habla mucho español.
And Flow Night in America race Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yes.
That's always.
There will be breaking news. I got breaking news. There will be a return. You'll see that when you watch the broadcast Saturday, you'll see a return face. That's all I'm gonna say.
A return face on the broadcast?
A return face. Yeah, be on Flow Saturday.
No, I mean you're not talking about a racer. You're talking about somebody in the booth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The return. That's what I also put on. That's what I was hashtag the return.
Hashtag the return. Kale, take a guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
In the booth?
I told Kale to take a guess.
He'll be in the booth. Oh, he'll be probably doing a pre-race. He'll be with Riggs, be doing the pre-race and stuff. He's back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Guess who's back? Back again.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. In about 2 nights.
You'll see Saturday. You'll see.
Saturday.
You'll see.
Saturday.
Yeah, you'll see.
I got you.
Saturday.
I'll be in the grandstands watching. So.
Well, you just walk up to the booth and tell us who it is. How about that?
Me no habla español, señor. What do you think?
Bring us a toilet water, Kale.
Cody Sumner's car.
What was that, Jason?
What do you think Dylan Thornton's going to do in Cody Sumner's car Saturday? This week.
I don't. I mean, I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's awesome what Cody did there. I do. I think it's awesome, and I think that program has, with somebody like Cody behind it, if he can get some more people in it, I think it has high potential. This particular weekend, I don't think it's going to look that great. I'm sorry to be that guy. I'll be David Downer this week.
Well, you have been. You opened the segment up with that.
No. I was trying to be positive, actually.
Bruh. So you don't think? Well, we know he's there. Will he make a show either Thursday or Friday?
I think it's going to be a stretch. No. I think there's too many heavy hitters there for you to come in with a new car. I mean, look.
Gonna be 100-something cars there, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I got something to ask y'all too about that.
All right. Well,
I wrote.
I'm gonna put this out there, and I hope he don't get mad at me. But the one there on Kale's hat there, I hope everything that I have that he can go out there and win the dream. But going in a new car, and now we know he does good at Eldora, but going in a new car like he is, I think is going to be tough for him. I think he's going to learn a lot, and I think probably by Saturday, if he makes it, that far, then he can probably do something. But it's going to be tough. Yes, sir.
I think, Dave, the Stinger is a lot like a Bloomquist car. It hugs the bottom. And if you can hug the bottom of Eldora, you will do good.
It may handle like that, but I did some asking around as far as chassis design on it, and it may handle like that, and and Chris will love it if it handles like that. I promise you. But from what I hear, chassis design wise, it's almost like you took a certain aspects of a Longhorn and put on the right side, and certain aspects of a Rocket and put on the left side.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's what I'm hearing. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I haven't seen it personally, but that's what I heard on it.
Well, Page did really well in that doggone car. What do you want? 5 Talladega short tracks?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that, but and I think it has great potential. Don't get me wrong. I think, like I said, if Chris Ferguson can make it all the way to Saturday night with it, I think he'll be dialed in by that point. But he just don't have enough nights in it yet to really, have it completely under him. I think he can. I think he will get it under him. And like you said, maybe it will handle like a Bloomquist car. Because I know he'll love that because he's always fast. I'm gonna tell you, and as much as I love Scott, for the last 4 years, Chris was faster. 4 or 5 years, Chris was faster in a Bloomquist car than Scott was.
No argument here.
And so was Dale. I mean, obviously, but
is Dale McDowell going to the Dream? He's always good there.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna get to that because I want y'all's opinion on that. I'm gonna get to that. But I will say this, Dave. I will say this now. When Bloomquist had that frightening, scary accident at Ultimate with Hunt the front. Remember, he was on the front row. He showed sped. He showed sped then.
He did.
He did show sped.
He did. I agree with that.
God, I'll never get that wreck, bro. That was one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen live in person, bro.
It was. And I mean,
that car was destroyed. Oh,
yeah. That was the one that Chris ended up on the top of. Was that? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
He destroyed all of them.
Bro, I think 7 cars got totaled. I mean, they all had to go get, at least 7 had to go get all new clips on them.
Yeah.
Jameson, McBride, Bloomquist, Fergie, Hitchcock was in that. Excuse me.
Yep.
I can't. That's something just top of my head. Is Dylan Thornton Jr. the third? Is he going to be the next big thing? You think? Because this guy, he has shown me something.
Has he? I mean, I hope so. I'd love for him to be. I'm just waiting to see some big stuff out of him. I don't know.
I think
I think
maybe not next year, but I think Dylan Thornton Jr. the third is gonna run a tour. I think he's gonna run a tour. I really do.
That'd be awesome. And then I think that's when we can tell. I think that's that'd be the point that when he jumps on it, you can look great. I love it all. There's so many guys. They can look, you see them racing a smaller series, you see them racing Mars, or you see them racing Ultimate, or you see them racing, something like that. And they're like, man, this dude's good. He's got it. Yeah, that's a whole different animal when you jump on the national tour.
Yeah, it is. But to me, I think Carson Ferguson has really been the most improved driver this year. Carson Ferguson has showed speed.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, Carson Ferguson, I think, has potential to be the man. I think he has that potential. I'm going to tell you, that boy, when he was in Cale can tell you this, that boy, when he was in a legend car, oh my God. I mean, it didn't.
Unstoppable.
Completely unstoppable. And he was one that when everybody was paying Joe Ryan to drive his race cars, they called Carson, to come drive and figure it out for him. Because he's just that good.
It don't matter if it's asphalt, road course, or dirt.
Yeah, any of it.
Any of it.
He can adapt, and so I really think, I personally think, I don't know how to say this. I think they need to try some changes over there. I think he's still, like you said, I think he's still the most improved, and maybe they are trying some changes. Maybe they're doing something a little different now. Because I promise you, when it gets to the point that Carson feels comfortable with it, that car is going to be up front a lot.
I agree. He showed muscle this year. I never seen a team really do a complete 180. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing this year. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if Wesley Page got anything to do with it. I don't know if it got new crew guys. I don't know, but Carson Ferguson is figuring it out, bro.
Yeah.
One car now.
What's that?
Went down to one car.
Did he?
Well, because they had McCready and him last year.
Yeah, you talking about one car?
Yeah.
Until McCready went to Rocket. I mean, they're putting off, all their attention into one car. Possibly, I don't know.
Unfortunately, and fortunately, all at the same time, Tim McCready leaving there was the best thing that could happen for Carson at that time, because Carson was technically still, he was going to be their part-time guy, and he was going, run some races here and there, and McCready was going to kind of mentor him a little bit, and he did. But when all that happened, it was like, all right, Carson, you're on the tour.
Yeah.
You're our man now. Here's the flagship, period. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that was, and he's had a lot of learning to do, but he's coming along great.
He's can only get better, bro. He's going to get better.
Oh, yeah. He definitely is.
And he is a good person, too.
Oh, he's fantastic. Ain't he great? He is so great. He is so soft-spoken.
That's what he's so quiet.
Nice.
We went down to his shop in 2020 and to get a late model. We were going down there to get Levi's Legend car, David.
Yeah.
And but we stopped by there because Josh Dietz was going to buy his Rocket.
Yeah.
Because he was switching to Longhorn. And Josh bought that Rocket off of him. And they went back down the next weekend and picked it up. But, man, he was so cool, just showing us around the shop and just talking about everything. He was so laid back. So I'll see him this weekend, but I don't know. Class act, man. My opinion.
Oh, yeah, he's a good dude. I remember a couple years ago now, we were up at a wedding. Buddy, Andrew Garrison, Bree, when they got married, he come to the wedding, and we sat there and talked for a while. He had been on the show already at that point, and he's I was talking to him about the deal then, and that's when McCready was still there, and he was kind of telling me a little bit about it, and then all of a sudden he got called up, and I think I remember texting him. I said, well, here you go.
The weight's on your shoulder now, buddy. Good luck.
Exactly. So, Nah, he's a good dude. Good dude for sure. So all right. So being Dream Week, Jason, what's your thoughts on who's going to be the man to beat? Who's going to be strong every night? What you got?
I got you covered. All right, Hale, you too. I wrote down 15 names here. Heavy hitters, 15 names.
Yeah.
Night 1, night 2. I want y'all to tell me what night is going to be the toughest. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Bab, Bronson, Dennis Erb Jr., Carson and Chris Ferguson, Weiss, Troutman, Huddy, Owens, McDowell, Josh Rice, Pierce, Moran, Joyner. Night 1. All right. Night 2. Alverson, Brune, JD, Dillard, Ethan Dawson, Fager, T-Mac, B-Shep, Brandon Overton, RTJ, Marler, Shirley, Gustin, Madden. What's the toughest night?
2. 2.
2? Really? 2?
2. Yeah. I think that first night, I think Hoodie's
Ain't
gonna
nobody
be,
can stop.
Yeah, that first night, I think Hoodie go out there and take control of that race. You don't think so?
No.
Who you think gonna be first night?
Bobby Pierce.
Say Moran.
Moran or Bobby.
Bobby was first night?
It's good. Yeah.
Oh,
Bobby Pierce, Moran, and Huddy are the top
Bobby
3
Pierce.
for 9-1.
Yeah. I missed Bobby on that first night. Yeah, Bobby Pierce going to dominate first night. It'll be.
Now, the next night?
I think that could be a B-Ship night.
What?
Yep, I do.
Really?
I do.
Like it. Ooh, that's a big, thick Lindy one.
Now,
on night 2, I'm trying to think who I think night 2.
Austin, you say them again?
I think night 2 is going to be JD.
How can you not say JD at Eldora?
Because let me tell you why. And I'm not saying not JD at Eldora. I'm just saying not night 2. I think night 3 is when you're going to have JD, Bobby Pierce, and Dale McDowell fighting it out for a win. Because all 3 of them, the longer that race goes, the faster they get.
Especially McDowell.
And I'm not saying JD won't. Yes, especially McDowell. And I'm not saying JD won't on night 2. I'm just saying those 3 especially have always the longer race. That is what they are focused on. And they can still win, obviously, the prelim nights. But I think you might see somebody like a B-Ship or something like that come up there. And
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. We need Rocket 1. We need Rocket 1 back in Victory Lane.
You need Rocket 1. You need Rocket 2. That's the problem. You ain't got no Rocket 2. You ain't got no Rocket 3. That's the issue. You only got Rocket 1.
Josh Rice in the Josh Rice in the first one.
Josh, that's right. I didn't think about Josh Rice. Josh Rice is in the Rocket. Yep.
He'll be knocking down the wall all the way around.
Sparky.
Yeah, he don't care if it ain't even moved up yet. He's gonna be on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So who do you say night 1?
I say Pierce.
All right, both of y'all say Pierce on night 1. All right, I'm gonna go against the grain just because. I love Pierce.
You writing these down? You writing these down so we can go over them next week?
Absolutely, I'm gonna write it down. I got you.
We could take our tally from this week.
Absolutely. Okay. Night 1, Dave and Kale.
I'll tell you what. I'll let Kale. Let's go 3 different people. That way we don't tie. I'll let Kale can take Pierce.
All right.
If that's what you want. I mean, is that who you want? That who you pick?
That's who I want. But.
Okay. I'll take Hoodie.
Ooh, like it. He's finally figured it out too, man.
Yep.
Ooh, like it. All right.
All right, who you want?
What, give me two favorites.
Who you want for night one?
Yeah, who you get taking night one?
I didn't know I was included in this. I like Bab. Oh, nah, I like Bronson. Wait a minute. Dennis Earp Jr. Wait, Carson, Chris. You see where I'm going with that? You see how I would do that? I don't know. Give me McDowell. How about that?
He's night one? I thought you said it was night two.
McDowell's night one.
Oh, he's night one. I'm sorry. My bad.
The race ain't long enough for McDowell.
Yeah. We'll go with that. That's good. All right.
I like his number.
Yeah, his number's great.
You're right, though. You're right.
All right. So you went last for night one. So Jason gets to go first for night two.
Night two. Night two. Man, I tell you what, bro. I like that Joe. I like that JD. Doggone it, man. You got me thinking about the doggone pit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take T-Mac. How about that?
T-Mac. I like that. And
I'm gonna take T-Mac.
I think he's on his comeback tour.
Yeah.
The revival.
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna take T-Mac. All right, who you got? Night two.
Give me the list one more time. I know who I already said. I just want to hear it one more time. Make sure.
No problem, my brother. I got you. Okay, night number two. Alberson, Bruning, JD, Dillard, Dotson, Fager, T-Mac, Bishop, Brandon Overton, RTJ, Marler, Shirley, Gustin, Madden.
Ooh.
Wait, he ain't racing enough though.
I'm changing mine. I think he still do good. I'm going to go with one that ain't just put it in victory lane many times this year, but he sure did it a few years ago. I'm going to go with Big Sexy Brandon Overton.
Who'd you take, Jason?
I got T-Mac night two.
T-Mac.
Yeah, T-Mac. All right, Dave, you got Big Sexy. I like it. All right.
49.
How can you not?
He's taking Superman.
Man, can you not take JD Eldora? I don't care if it's a doggone go-kart.
But I agree with what David said.
Hey, Dave.
Yo.
Dave, I wrote these names down too, just to give our locals a shout out. Trent Ivy, Ross Bales, Michael Brown, Carson Ferguson, both of the Kohler boys, and Carol Green from Pillion. How about that?
Was
that's why I give them a shout out.
Was Dalton Wilson in there?
Yeah, but I didn't write his name. He's kind of missing this year, bro.
He's kind of what?
Missing.
He's struggling.
He's struggling.
Yeah, he's missing in action. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, this is a track he can turn it around at.
Be nice. Be nice. Lucas Oil get some points.
I agree. All right.
Is it?
Oh, go ahead, Kel.
No, I was going to ask Jason. Is his teammate going to Eldora?
Who's that?
Dalton Wilson's teammate. Jason Jameson. Jason Jameson.
You feel me? Yes, he will be in the house.
Okay, I figured he would be.
I didn't write his name down. I think to me he's a dark horse.
Yeah, he is with that crowd.
Our buddy Robert Struber says he's saying Madden, and then he says Madden again for night 3. So he says,
Madden's good there.
But Madden, he does not have. He hasn't had that many races under his belt this year, man. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, since Kale's guest hosting, we'll go night 3. Who's taking it all, Kale?
$32.
Oh, he took it.
I just think he's on a roll.
He is.
Kale, this is Bobby Pierce's world, bro. We just paying rent, all right?
All right.
Well, he done took 32. So, Jason, who you got?
Oh, my God. Really, bro? Really? Oh, man.
Hey, the 32 is liable to try to take the wall down. He's done that quite a few times.
Yeah, especially in the world, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. 100 laps. I got it. All right, dude. Pay me now, JD for the win.
JD. I like it.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Has Bobby ever won the Dream?
No. Won the world.
I didn't think so. Only the World twice.
Yeah.
And the Dirt Track World
It's
Championship
coming
last
though.
year.
It is coming.
This year.
It's very possible. Who am I going to take? I'm going to take Dale McDowell to win the Dream.
Loving it.
I'd love to see him do it. I'd love to see Dale do it.
Dude, me
Mac
too.
Daddy.
Mac Daddy.
Could you imagine? I asked you this last time we were on here. Can you imagine if Matt Daddy ran a series like Hunt the Front, bro?
Dude.
He'd probably be in the points lead, don't you think?
Oh, God, yes. That dude's got it. He's got it. I mean, he's
smooth.
And if
good word,
I'm tell you, if he ends up doing it, I promise you, I may not, but I might have to call him in the middle of the show. We're gonna talk to him on here somehow.
Love it. That'd be awesome, man. That would be awesome. Yes, let me tell you something. I don't care what track you're at. You go, Dale McDowell. You can ask Dale about anything about dirt racing. He will give you a straight, honest answer. I love talking to Dale McDowell.
For sure. He's a good dude too.
He's awesome, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, I had him on a show. It's been a couple years ago. And I tell you what happened. We used to. I'm trying to remember I know we originally recorded the show on Tuesday, and anyway, I'm trying to remember how it happened. Well, before we did live on Facebook and YouTube here, we used to just record the show and then I'd put it out like the next day or something like that. Well, I wanted Dale on, and I talked to him. It was like a Sunday or something like that about coming on. Well, it was time for him to come on, and I tried to call him, couldn't ever get him. It just kept going to voicemail. I was like, well, dang. Well, come to find out, he called me like the next morning. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, whatever we need to do, I still like to do the interview. Fortunately, when we were doing it like that, I could kind of do the interview and stick it in wherever. So what it was, he went to the track to help somebody else. After that, and I can't remember. Do you remember that show, Kel? He come off a win from somewhere. I can't remember. I can't remember where it was, but anyway. Oh, it was down at It was in Florida, I want to say.
And he was helping somebody?
Yeah, he stopped at some other track and decided to help somebody on a Monday night.
Wow.
And he was like, dude, I was going to do it at the track, and we didn't have no signal out there. So, but I was like, dude, sweet. So I actually went to my truck and recorded the interview sitting in my truck at work.
I got to go to break.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh my God, I love it. That is freaking awesome. Did Matt Daddy crew chief with somebody a few years ago for a few races? For a few months, wasn't it?
I want to say he did. Who was it?
Who was that?
I can't remember. I can't remember at all.
How long ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Right?
I can't remember.
Who was that?
That might have been when he was coming. Was it when he was coming off his surgery and couldn't get back in the car?
Yeah. Who did he help? I was at the World Finals.
Yeah.
Who?
I can't remember who it was. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, that's gonna drive you crazy.
So that's gonna be a good one.
He wasn't helping Madden in a Bloomquist car, was he?
No. I think it was. Was
it? No, what was it? Madden?
I don't remember.
I can't remember, bro.
I don't even remember if it was a Bloomquist car.
Me either.
Yeah, he's like that. He don't care. He'll go help anybody. Which Scott was the same way. You know, remember how much he helped? Who was it?
Garrett Smith.
Yeah, Garrett Smith. And
Garrett Smith.
Yeah, he was running a rocket most of the time. He was helping him.
Oh, Garrett's been winning a little bit.
Yeah,
in that Southern Nationals series.
Yeah, he's doing.
Sugar Creek.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't remember who that was, man. That's what drives me crazy.
We'll look it up.
Hey, if you find out, text me.
But regardless, I think it is going to be a great show. It always is. Kale, how about bring me a toilet water back? Email it to me or something. I don't know. Make sure the Tootsie Roll's on top. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. The madman, Kale Madden.
Get a plug.
There we go. While y'all are on here, let's talk about this. This is not dirt related, but we just had a question on our Facebook here, and I'm gonna give you a little backstory here. Said, how about that mini stock race at Dillon? LOL. Who asked that? Tanner Askins. I want to know a little more about that mini stock race personally, because what I saw, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Let me pull up Race Monitor so I don't tell y'all wrong on any of this. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get names wrong or anything like that. Mm-hmm. All right, Tanner, you're the one I want to ask about it. You got I'm trying to figure out how to get him on here real quick. I'd love to. Tanner, shoot me a message on Facebook real quick if you can. If you want to get on here.
Dave, who got in the fight with the cars race?
The same one that always gets in a fight. Connor Jones.
I don't know who he is.
He's something else. He's he wants to fight everybody all the time, everywhere. And
what?
His daddy's just got a ton of money, and he's literally about that big around. And did you see where the guy just finally grabbed him and picked him up and carried him away?
Yeah.
Over his shoulder.
Yeah. like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway.
So this ain't his first time doing that?
Text his page, Tanner. I'll give you a phone number to call. So I want to get you on here, and I want to ask about what happened. Because Tanner come across the line in first and won the race. And we can talk about this with everybody on here right now and find out what happened. But then there was some drama.
We're gonna get in trouble, are we?
I don't know. We might. I don't know. But I know there was some. Did
he fail Drew?
There was some back. There was some back and forth on the Facebook about it. So.
Oh boy!
I don't know what happened. Let me switch and see if he sent me a message here. Yeah, send it in Messenger there, Tanner. And then I can message you back. I can't send messages from it, or I would. So I know, like I said, I know he come across the line in first, and I think there was some stuff went on at the tech shed with protest and stuff, and then next thing I knew, I don't necessarily think there was ever a protest that went through, but then somebody else won. So yeah, I'm kind of confused about it personally. So that's what I'm trying to.
This ought to be good.
We'll get it rolling right here live.
That's the key words, live.
Live.
Oh boy,
I love it. It's great. Let's see here real quick. Let's see. I don't know if I can go to this. But anyway. Oh, yeah, I can. Here we go. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
My phone is doing something crazy.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be great.
Oh, God.
All All right. I just Tanner, I sent you a phone number. If you get it there, call me. Let's figure it out here. Let's figure out what went on. I want to know.
And this is at Dillon?
This was at Dillon the other night.
Okay.
This was at Dillon. Okay. So, yeah. Robert put on here, there were 2 Victory Lane celebrations. Yes, there was. That's what I saw when I was driving out the track. There was another car sitting over Victory Lane. They were taking pictures. I was like, oh, what happened? So.
Oh, boy.
That's what
Hey, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear Lucas Oil change their schedule up? They're not going to start as early?
It's so funny you said that. I just said this to we're on Ripping the Lip every Tuesday night, 8:00 on Twitter. And I've been saying this for over a year. I've been saying it for over a year. Need to push back speed weeks. Here's what we need to do, Kale. You're already out there at Vado for a week, right?
Yes.
Had the Waterbat Laws, have Lucas Oil. Have another week, both series. Come back east. You can stop off at the Chili Bowl, watch the Chili Bowl, and then start off at Screven, go to Brunswick, and then go to Florida. I've been saying this for, I don't know, a year, bro. And they finally listened.
Yeah.
Finally. About time. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a graphic to put up for this or nothing like that. But Tanner
What's
Askins,
up, man?
we got you on the line here. Let me get all my volume up here. Y'all hear him there?
Oh, yeah, we good.
Yeah, we got him.
All right. Give us a little rundown. Well, first of all, tell everybody who you are. Tell them what car you run, all that good stuff.
I'm Tanner Askins out of Dillon, South Carolina, and I drive the number 7 mini stock.
All right. Yeah. Well, like I said, when I saw the end of the race, you were sitting in victory lane.
Yes, sir.
And then I got all my stuff loaded up, and I drive around, and I see got another car in victory lane. And so I plundered around on Facebook trying to find out what happened. Then I seen a little bit of back and forth with some people, and I still don't know exactly what happened. So let us know.
So, the whole day I was the fastest car out, and the man that, quote unquote, ended up winning the race really wasn't even a top 4 car all day. So, apparently he got a little butt hurt, and I went out there, and I don't know if you watched the whole race, but I ended up putting a pretty good gap between me and second, third, all of them.
Yeah.
And apparently he thought I had a 2.5 in the car, and I ain't got no 2.5. And they wanted to take the head and take the boring stroke. And I was like, well, we ain't got the tools to take it off. If y'all want to take it off, y'all can come take it off. And then there were some words that got exchanged, and I just ended up giving up the win. I told them, I said, we'll be back at the next Dillon race.
So what are they? All right, tell us a little bit about, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not up on all the rules there completely. So tell us a little bit about they think you got 2.5. What's the option? What's the deal with the motor sizes there?
So the only time you can run the 2.5 in Dillon is the New Year's Bash because of the Carolina Mini Stock Challenge.
That's right.
And this is a regular weekly race, so you can only run the 2.3s. And apparently, because I got my Florence gear in it, I didn't even have my Dillon gear in the car because I'm running Florence this weekend.
That's right.
And I went out there, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to be kind of lazy, and I ain't going to change my gear. I'll go out there and make it work. And went out there, qualified on pole and everything. And
I mean, it looked like in the race to me, because I watched a good bit of it while I was cleaning up my stuff. Y'all had a good race actually going on there. I don't know, probably till halfway maybe, and then all of a sudden you started pulling off from them. But it didn't just look like nothing to me. I mean, it looked like you just outhandled them, in my opinion, and got off the corner and down the straightaway better. That Florence gear probably helped you, because I know how that is. That the thing of, you ain't got quite so much power going to the ground right out the corner.
Yes, sir. That Florence gear, it was good on the other end, but I was dead coming out the turn. But anybody that thinks my motor is illegal, you can ask Doug Briggs. That's Matt and Shane Briggs' daddy. I bought the bottom end. That's Shane Briggs' old bottom end from last year, and my head is Kevin Jackson's backup head. So,
oh wow.
If I had to, I told them if they wanted to tear it down, they can tear it down, and they didn't say nothing. So,
well, maybe you can get back.
I don't know why they wanted to protest. We wasn't even saying real fast times. I think my best lap in the race was a 1970.
Nah, hey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there they said taking up heads and stuff. Is there like a motor claim rule like you have Dave? There's
not in the four cylinders, not in the mini.
Yeah, I don't think they got motor claim rules.
Thank God.
Okay.
Them things,
thank goodness.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all, in my opinion, I mean, I know you probably doing it a little more budget friendly, Tanner, but that is mini stocks to me. The motor package on them, boy, that's getting expensive.
Yes, sir. I'm out there running with people that got $20,000, $30,000, and $40,000 motors, and I got me a little $4,000 motor. So I'm trying to stick it to them best I can.
Wow,
it's crazy for a four cylinder, ain't it, Jason?
Yeah, crazy. Oh
from what I heard, Robert that won the bash at the beginning of the year, he had 38,000 in his motor.
And Robert Arch got a lot of money in that car in general.
I've heard of him.
No, not Robert Arch. Robert
Arch.
Samara.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Robert, he's got a lot of motor in that car too.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, them cars at the bash was insane.
Yeah, I ended up finishing 13th that race.
So who ended up with the win?
That was
if you ask me, I should end up with the win, but it ended up being Landon.
Landon Gore ended up winning.
Yeah.
Why did they give him the win? If you were legal, I don't understand that.
I technically backed out the protest, so.
Oh, because you want to tear it down. You tear it down. They threw you out for that, really, bro?
Yeah. I told them if they tear it down and put it back together, they can do what they want. It was 10 o'clock at night. I was ready to go home.
So. Hello.
And I tell you this. I mean, I'm looking at it from Race Monitor right here. Second place, it ended up winning. Landon Gore ended up being 2 seconds exactly, pretty much behind at the finish line. Just to let you know, Tanner, your fastest lap during the race was a 19.717, and Landon's was a 19.890. So I mean, it wasn't like you was just,
I was more consistent.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I told him straight up because when I went down there and he was screaming his motor, and I was telling him, I said, if there was 5 more laps in the race, you would have beat me. I was man enough to tell him that. I said, 5 more laps, you would have got me. But he was screaming it was all motor, and my car was going to hell at the end, and it was coming out broadside, and I was able to keep it straight for a little bit.
Well, it bees that way sometimes, unfortunately. And hey, man, hopefully you can go back out there and do it again and do whatever you got to do. Because unfortunately, I can tell you, when the same crowd comes races you again, everybody knows what happens after one protest. Isn't technically accepted. They're just going to keep on protesting.
Yeah.
Because they think it's going to happen again. So, but anyway, that was a good run for you, man, and hopefully you learned some stuff on the setup and everything there wise. Anyway,
yes, sir.
Hey, put the Dillon. If you're going to Florence this weekend, put the Dillon gear in.
No, don't
you
do
might
that.
Again, bro.
Don't do that. You'll be run out of gear by the
If
flag
I put
stand.
the Dillon gear in there, I'm gonna blow up by the flag stand.
There you go. If you go blow it up, man. Wait for everybody.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I thought the other week. I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was the last race over at Dillon. You talking about you got Kevin Jackson's backup here, boy? I thought you was mad at Kevin Jackson or something. Y'all went down in turn 3 the first lap, and both went about up to the wall.
Yes, sir. Me and him was real close friends. Without him, I wouldn't be able to race none this year. But we went in turn 3, and he had them Legend car tires on, and I had some right decent 800s on my car. So when I went in, I was hauling the mail, and he was trying to be a little safe with his, and I was trying to go in there with him, and he ended up hitting the brakes a little too early for my liking.
Yeah, I look down there and I just see them both going straight up track. I'm like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
So, well, good deal, man. Well, I'm glad you called and glad we got to the bottom of this. But, man, hopefully you can go back out there and put it on them again.
Bang
Yes,
them,
sir.
brother.
That's going to be the goal next weekend.
I hear you. Well, we'll see you at Florence this weekend, man.
Let her eat,
Yes, sir.
son. Let her eat.
Take
Let
it
her
easy.
eat Saturday. Hey, keep the wheels spinning and the picklers is grinning, all right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise call in from Tanner Askins there after eventful evening over at Dillon Motor Speedway.
Wow.
That's always the fun stuff.
Yeah. You ain't going to tear my motor down. My God. You want to do the work, do the work. Well, let disqualify you for that. What?
Well, my thing is, and I don't know, and I wasn't there to hear it, so I don't exactly know, but I don't feel like if somebody's gonna tear down a motor, it shouldn't be you having to tear down your own motor because and the reason I say that isn't necessarily because of just you having to tear down your motor. It's actually to keep everything on the up and up. A tech man should be handling all of that and nobody else touching the motor.
Okay. I'll go along with that. But Dave, if you protesting me, bro, okay, you tear it down. I'm not doing it. That's my call. I won.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, see,
you take it apart.
And in a lot of cases, it's the exact opposite because people, as long as it's legal, people don't want them seeing what they got in their motor.
Well, yeah, I get that, bro. I get that. But still, if you're going to protest me, you take them heads off, but make sure you clean them real good and put them back on. All right?
Yeah, you gonna expect your competitor to do that? You a brave man is all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you can take it off. I'll put it on. Okay, I can see that. Okay, all right, I got that. You're right. Good point. But if you're gonna protest me, you take them off. I'll put them back on. How about that?
Oh well.
Well, you might. Great point. It should be up to the tech man, right?
Yeah.
Ain't that what he's there for, right?
Tech man should be handling all that.
There you go.
So
there you
I
go.
don't know.
It should have been an issue. The tech man should have handled it right there.
That's right. But anyway, what else you got there, Jason, for us? I know we're gonna have a fun, exciting week.
Yeah, that's about it, Dave. That's all I got written down. Oh, how about that? How about that bomb I dropped Friday and it came out?
Which one?
The eyeballs. Driver change with the Mars series and the Hell Tour.
Did it come out? Who it
Yeah,
was?
it came out that night. My bikini. He wasn't in that car 30 minutes.
What
I mean,
happened?
how long? What, 2 races in that car and they
What
put Dylan
happened?
McCowan in? Wow.
What happened?
I'm done.
I know you know what happened. What happened?
Can I tell you that? Am I?
Okay, you can take
Well,
it.
you know what though? Yeah, this is what I was told. I can't prove it, but this is what I was told.
Oh, yeah.
I can say it right.
Yeah, you can say whatever.
Okay. This is what I was told. Now I don't know if it's Sonic or not, because Dylan McCowan's sponsored by Sonic,
Right.
and I believe the guy who. This is what I was told like a year ago. So I asked about McCowan this year when he first started, running the Outlaws. So I asked, well, who is Sonic? Well, what I was told, a guy owns really good friends with the McCowan family, and he owns like 3 or 4 Sonics in the Missouri area.
Like I said, it's America's Drive-In.
So he became, primary sponsor for McCowan. So what I was told Friday was, the guy, I guess, McCowan's backer, I guess I could say backer, sponsor, told, I don't know, Corky, I don't know, Wesley Page, I don't know who he told. But hey, take McKinney out, put McCowan in. That's what I was told. I don't know how true that is.
No, it's probably the closest thing to it. That's how racing works nowadays. It ain't who can drive, it's how much money you can come with.
There you go. We talked about that too with the doggone car series and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what, I've actually since then heard some other some updated numbers from that, and oh my God.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
It's that bad. And
I watched the replay of Langley yesterday. I did watch that's why I found about the fight. Okay, how much did Langley pay? Do you know?
Wouldn't I can tell you? I can promise you it wasn't no more than 15, but I doubt it was even 15,000. Probably 10.
25 laps for 15,000. I just don't understand it. I don't get it, bro.
Probably 10. That's something in asphalt racing that don't get promoted like it does in dirt racing. They don't promote purse in asphalt racing like they do dirt.
Why is that?
Because they don't want them to know. They don't want everybody to see it. It's like that. Really?
What?
Yeah. That don't get talked about like it does in dirt.
So I guess you're saying asphalt, they got so much money, it doesn't matter, basically? I just asked.
Cars Tour? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
They're not racing for purse. And I had a conversation with somebody today, and I think I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm not trying to be David Downer here this episode, but I think that is what's hurting the local racing around here. Because, limited late models, Chargers even street stock. We'll go even street stock. There's a lot of the parts that they put on them cars that we also have to buy. That is parts we have to use. When you go in springs, when you go in just anything, rear end stuff. I mean, my car is a late model. It's the same exact car. It's just we run in a different class with different motor package, different tires. Essentially, that's it. But I'm still having to buy those same. So when you get the Cars Tour, that is costing what I'm hearing now, literally millions a year to run. All the suppliers do the same thing as they do everywhere else and just jack up prices on them because they know they can pay it. Well, that trickles down to us. Well, we're having to pay those same prices for all these parts and supplies, but we're not getting the millions a year to run it. So,
who's paying that? That's why I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to figure out this whole asphalt deal.
Let me tell you this. Okay, let's look at Cars Tour. Let me tell you where that's paid for.
Please explain this to me.
That's paid for on Sundays.
Sundays, NASCAR by who? I mean,
there you go.
NASCAR's paying that.
Yes, there's about 5 teams now that are direct NASCAR teams. You got Matt Piercy Racing, who is funded by Spire Motorsports now. You got Colleague that's funding a team. You got Junior Motorsports, got 2 cars out there. There's quite a few, it's pretty much all NASCAR money trickling down. Now, there's a few still that are family teams, and most of them just they own some big business, and that's the way they can afford it. But other than that, yeah, it's NASCAR money.
Wow. Okay.
So, but anyway, all right. I ain't getting into all that.
I appreciate you lightening that up for me because I couldn't figure it out.
Well, now you know. All right. Well, dude, Dream's gonna be great this week. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Shut your mouth, Kale. We know you're going. Okay. I know. I saved you. I saved you the breath there, bro.
Where's your seats at, Kale? We know you got. He's not sitting in the grass over there. He's got the assigned seats.
Yeah. Most of mine are right at the start finish line.
Mm-hmm.
You suck.
It's terrible. Terrible, ain't it?
Yes.
He's probably under
I
the
went to the
tower
World
too.
last year. I love the grassy area. That was nice, bro. That was awesome.
Can't see.
And I don't know. Up in turn 1 and 2, you can see everything.
That's what I was talking about. 1 and 2, you can't see them.
1 and 2, you're blind. 3 or 4, you can see the car.
Okay, maybe so. I don't know. Yeah. That year, me and Sterling went. We literally walked around the entire race. We and just to see, just to experience the whole thing and see. And we ended up at the end of the race, in the pits, and we kind of walked being that there's the Love Tunnel. It was so much fun. And go ahead, sir.
Y'all went the summer that it was very hot.
Records.
You remember when we were standing in line at concession?
That was, yes, dude. I don't know.
We got a bottle of water. Drank the bottle of water in the concession stand, and then had to pay for it. Yeah. We already had it drank before we even got out of the concession stand.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, Jason. I'm gonna tell you that summer. I don't know how the people that worked in the concession stand were alive. It was hotter in that concession stand than it is in my race car, and that's hot.
God,
that is no joke. It was hot,
dude. Oh my awful.
God. What year was this?
21.
21.
Yeah, because it was the 21. Year. It was 21 because it was the year that they. I think it was
after we met you because. Well, I met you in 2020 at the Dirt Track World Championship, and then you came to Eldora that next June.
Yeah,
in 21.
Right at the.
That was when Overton was winning everything, wasn't it?
Won both.
Yeah, won both.
Swept Eldora. Okay,
yep.
That was 21.
Yep.
21.
Yep. And but yeah, we had a ton of fun up there. That was
wow.
That was a lot of fun. Lots of fun. The only thing they need to build around there is a hotel.
Oh my gosh!
That's literally not an hour and 15 minutes away.
Ain't that crazy?
All that land out there. I'm like, y'all can't build one hotel around here.
My hotel's just a few steps out the turn 3.
Shut your mouth. He takes the motor.
Oh my Kale, really, bro? Are you doing this to me right now?
He's doing it
serious?
to us.
You're doing this to me right now, bro. Hey, don't have him on the show no more. I don't want. Hey, you want to buy Kale? Maybe sure.
We'll bring him back next week to brag. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So how was your trip, man? Okay. We'll be on here. We'll be on here an hour. I'll be like, okay.
Oh well, Jason. Well, dude, I sure appreciate you every week. Everybody catch Ripping the Lip tomorrow, Tuesday night on X.
Wix.
Y'all go check out Racing Jason there on the X there, and all the happenings in dirt.
We go mostly, pre Eldora, week preview stuff.
Yeah. And you'll get all the news leading up to it.
Man, I got a bomb, brother.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got a bomb to drop. I did the eyeballs the other day, man, so I'm going to tell you.
There you go.
Oh, speaking of eyeballs, Dave, I got a great idea. Somebody gave me a great idea. So when I post my eyeballs on X, there's many eyeballs as I pop. Okay, like the Driver News Friday I dropped, that was like a 3. Yeah. But I put like 8, eyeballs. Everybody's like, dude, it's not really that big of a deal. So what I'm going to do, Dave, I'm a great, the news, how many eyeballs you see. So 5 being the greatest, 1 being the lowest. So that's what I'm going to do from now on.
There we go. So I'll know when to actually look at my phone.
Hey, but this news I got, bro, I could melt Twitter right now, bro. I could shut it down.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Just saying.
I just want to know, real quick, have you heard... you kind of, I think the last show you were on here, you said you heard there's a driver retiring after Eldora. Have you heard whether it was Dream or World?
I don't know. I'm guessing the World.
That's
I'm just saying because of the Eldora, it's the Dream, money, the World is the globe.
Okay.
Can you not say?
I'm sorry?
Can you not say who it is?
No, Kale, no.
Can I guess?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say hey or nay, but Dave did it the other week. He said, who did you say?
I don't even remember who I said now.
Hold on, I'll tell you who you said. And I said, no, it's coming back. EPJ. You said
EPJ.
Yeah. No, it's not EPJ.
It wasn't EPJ.
No, but he's coming back, though. He's going to be like 3 or 4 races this year.
Chris Madden.
That's a guess.
They've already said it on Flow once, but
who did?
What? Where did he? Did his phone break?
His sound, his microphone no longer works. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Jason. We appreciate you, man. Y'all go check out Ripping the Lip Tuesday night.
See you, bro.
Yeah, y'all be good.
Take it easy.
Love you guys.
Love you, man.
I love that shirt.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
All right, everybody. Our good buddy.
Y'all be good, man.
Take it easy.
See you, bub.
Racing Jason there with us tonight.
Hilarious.
As always. All right, give me let's go have another word real quick from all of our help here.
Chicken Bone Alley is brought to you by SRI Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all things racing. Do you need performance parts? Look no further. They offer a wide range of high-performance parts for various types of racing, including stock car racing, dirt racing, and more. SRI Performance also has the most knowledgeable employees in the industry. If you're looking for that hard-to-find part, they've got it. And if you're wondering how to make it work on your car, they know it. Check them out online at www.sriperformance.com. And when you do, don't forget to use the promo code CBONE10. That's C as in chicken, BONE10, and get 10% off at checkout. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum is a full-line steel service center stocking thousands of sizes, shapes, grades, and types of metals and plastic. If you need it, they have it. And if not, they work fast to find what you need and get it to you. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum also has the ability to cut orders to your specifications as requested. Their dedicated team not only brings many years of experience to the table, but they are always ready and willing to lend a hand with anything you may need. Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. Your material needs are covered here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go check out our good buddy Skylar Whitfield. Tomorrow night, he will be at Riptides down in Myrtle Beach. If you've never been to Riptides, I just want to tell you, that is a cool restaurant. I like it, for sure. On the 4th there, we got Molly Darcy's Irish Pub in North Myrtle Beach. On the 5th, Old Irish Pub in Myrtle Beach. On the 6th, Island Bar in Surfside, or Island Bar Surfside in Surfside. Back to Old Irish Pub there on the 7th, and then on the 8th at Brunswick Plantation there in Calabash, North Carolina, where you can get the absolute best seafood ever. Any restaurant in Calabash, North Carolina is the best seafood ever. I'm telling you, it's awesome. So, y'all go check out our buddy Skylar Whitfield, SkylarWhitfield.live. Go check him out. Also, our good friends up at Fresh Chef. If you're up in the Race City area, be sure to go check out Fresh Chef. Daily food and drink specials every day, and some great stuff. Dixie Made right here in Florence, South Carolina. Go check them out. They got all the best brands available, head to toe, that you want to wear. Hats, T-shirts, sunglasses, pocket knives, wallets, shorts, pants. I don't care what you want. They got it. So go check them out. Tell them we sent you. And remember, the price you see on the shelf is the price you pay at the register. Also, MPM Marketing. Marketwithmpm.com. If you are in this game and want to get ahead on your on the marketing side of it, you got to have a good marketing partner, and the best is MPM Marketing. All right, Kale.
Yo.
So, anyway, what else we got, sir?
Dream Week.
It is Dream Week. Kale, I'm going to have to take a pause 1 second. Let me be right back.
Good.
All right. Yes, it is Dream Week, and I am ready for it.
Heck yeah.
Kale,
I'm excited.
I see you sitting there at your iRacing rig. You been on iRacing any lately?
Not in about 6 weeks or so. I have not. I've been busy racing and doing stuff around here.
I feel you. I haven't either. Let's see what Robert say here. Robert Struber hadn't been dealing in a while, and he say he had a blast, all things considered. Boy, I'm gonna tell you what. that last lap, I don't know what happened. Robert ended up spinning out there in 3 and 4. I was spotting for Matt Grantham. And I'm yelling at Matt halfway down the back straightaway, spinning 4, slow down, slow, whoa. And he just come in hot. He said, I was pushing the brake, but it wasn't slowing down. I said, well, you might want to check the brakes. Anyway, he missed him. Thank God. But anyway. I was trying to think what else. Like I said, I should be at Florence Motor Speedway this Saturday. Try it again over there. I got to race these next 2 weeks because I've got to take off like the last 2 weeks in June, unfortunately. So get in what racing I can because we'll be off for a little while. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, dude. Well, we have kept a long show tonight. Sorry to keep you away from dinner.
It's okay. Yeah, I already had dinner.
Oh, well, sorry to keep you away from everybody, but it's Dream Week. We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Surprise guest and stuff like that. I like it.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you as always coming on with us. Anybody wondering, Connor's going to be out for another few more weeks. He's taking some summer classes, and he has a Monday night summer class for about 8 weeks. So he should be back. You never know who you see on here. You might see Kale a few times on here when he's available, and it's good. Other than taking his daughter to college and all that good stuff, Kale's off for summer, so give him something to do. No, like he ain't got enough already.
Right. Oh, shoot.
So, with all that going on, when's your next race?
My next race isn't going to be till June 28th because I got this Friday I'm going to be at Eldora, and then the next race scheduled I'll be at Pageant for the daughters. So
gotcha.
I'll miss that one. Then there's only 2 of them they're racing while I'm going to be out. So hopefully they'll rain out and I won't miss any.
There you go. It's bad when you hope for a rain out, ain't it? But I get it.
I know.
I get it completely.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I sure appreciate you as always. Thank Racing Jason coming on, hanging out here with us. Tanner hopping in and telling us about what happened the other night. And appreciate everybody for hanging out. Also be watching. We'll put up a post for the Chicken Bone Alley Fan Awards, so anybody can throw in whatever they want to throw in. And like I said, get you track that you suggest and class that you suggest, and we'll figure out a way to narrow them down and pick it. I pick them on Fridays, depending on what tracks we got. If it's one that races Friday night, we might pick earlier. If it's in there, if it races Saturday, we may wait till later for Friday to pick it. Never know. But we'll post it up and say what we got going on. So we appreciate all y'all. Kel, appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Later.